Good morning. This is your coffee from BlackCat Tarot. And today, from the Sofan Chan Buddhism reading cards, which I highly recommend, we are making our way through them. I've drawn this card. Isn't it beautiful? So Sofan Chan created this deck, and as I've said just about every week, the artwork, I just love it. I really do love the colors, and this one in particular, I really do think is beautiful. So let's just see what we've pulled, okay? Pure Action, number 8. And this is a purity card, and I'll look in the book and get all that information for you. Pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. That is it. Buddha. And it says, consciously bring your inner awareness to your actions. As you make a commitment not to harm or destroy any life, not to take away things that don't belong to you, and not to use sex in a harmful way to yourself or others. Your actions will become free from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. And that is the purity card, number 8. So as you look at that, I am going to read in on pure action. As you are constantly reacting to the busyness of the outside world, your mind will not be able to ask insightful questions about where you're going or how to live a life that is in tune with your higher purpose. So you have to have some break, in there between trying to think of everything that you have to do. You need to have some time for stillness, just to open your mind, to kind of clear it and just to be still. Instead, when practicing purity of action, you are asked to consciously bring your inner awareness to your actions, and by doing so, not to harm or destroy any life, not to take anything away that doesn't belong to you, and not to use sex in a harmful way to yourself or others. The more you are able to practice purifying your own actions, the more your actions will be free from old bad habits, past experiences, or any negative emotions. You will be able to deepen your connection to your inner strength and rise above selfish desires or motivations that only serve to benefit yourself. Because you're checking in with yourself. You're not just doing and saying. You're thinking about what you're going to say, what you're going to do. There's a mindfulness. There's a pause. It's just what it is, a pause and an awareness that you bring in. So you will be able to deepen your connection to your inner strength and rise above selfish motivations that only serve to benefit yourself. With further practice, your daily actions will be encouraging and inspiring to others. When kindness and happiness are the basis of your actions, you enrich the lives of those around you. Your actions will become a pure celebration of our interconnectedness. And when filled with loving kindness, compassion, and generosity, great changes can be made for a better world. Okay, so the reflection is, have your actions ever brought unhappiness or harm to others? It's kind of like saying, has your thoughtlessness, basically, in anything that you've said or done, where you haven't perhaps been a bit more mindful of it and thought, gee, how might that make someone else feel? Let me listen to myself. That sort of thing. So the action is to act with kindness and compassion to those around you and bring a joyful transformation to them. Just be example in that moment of just showing kindness, doing something with mindfulness that the purpose is to benefit. And if it's not to benefit, you don't do it. Because this is about bringing mindfulness to, in my opinion, to before you speak, before you do, just a little pause, just to think, I want to say this, but how might it be received? And especially if I'm excited and I'm not thinking about the way I'm delivering it. Because we can get really wrapped up in how we feel about something, get very excited, and sometimes forget that maybe somebody else feels a bit differently. And, this is asking you not to be selfish. It's very easy, to be selfish. It really is. And without realizing it. Because we get excited about something. And we have an investment. And there's nothing wrong with some of that. But you don't want it to get in the way of where you're not aware of what you're doing and saying and conscientiously bringing something positive, even with people that try you, especially with people that try you. So, pure action, where you're mindful that you're bringing something positive. It's not going to be like a passive-aggressive comment, or you're not going to allow yourself to be steered in that direction with your impulse. So again, refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. That is it. And it's just being aware of what you're doing and saying and trying to be as thoughtful and as loving and coming from a place of love and sincerity in your actions. Just being more aware and bringing love into your actions and your sincerity. That's huge. Sincerity. I think a lot of people could learn about that, and humility. So that is your coffee for this morning, and I hope that you found it useful. I certainly did. I'll see you next Monday for the next coffee. Bye-bye.